Convicted witches would be picked up at the jail, loaded into a cart, and escorted to the execution site. The cart would have passed within view of the meeting house where some witch examinations took place and the townhouse where the trials took place. Crowds would gather for the executions both along the way and on the bridge. These executions in August drew one of the biggest crowds, partly because it wasn't all women who were hanged. Cotton Mather arrived from Boston for these executions to witness the execution of Reverend George Burroughs, who he considered to be the king of the witches. Martha Carrier thought to be the queen of the witches, and 3 other men named George Jacobs, John Proctor, and John Willard. So this is the first time we're seeing men be convicted in the Salem witch trials for standing up for these women. Accused and condemned John Proctor got involved in all of this and hung for his efforts because he didn't believe all of the girls' accusations of witchcraft. So he spoke up, said, "I don't believe it," and they hung him.
They're just hanging people for no reason.
After 10 had been hanged in Salem Village, the accusations started to spread to other nearby towns as well. In the next month of September, 8 more were publicly murdered in the Salem witch trials. On September 19th, 1962, Giles Corey is pressed to death with heavy stones for 2 days until he died. When Corey was asked, as he lay under a pile of stones, whether he'd now confess, he yelled back, "More weight," which is just such a stick it to the man. He's literally getting pressed to death in front of people for sticking up for these women, for sticking up for his own wife who had been accused. And then when they're like, "Are you gonna confess now to being involved?" He says, "Nah, just put more weight on. Just kill me."
It's like they never took a second to think, what are the chances that just our little town happens to have all of these witches?
Right?
I just don't understand.